YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming in with another J Talks Crypto, I guess, right? It's been like a long time. It's been months. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, this lighting is terrible. Bear with me, y'all. I have horrible lighting in here. Also, I don't even know how many people are in here or how I would know. Oh, duh. Those are right in the corner. But today we're talking about Colombia, guys. I'm in Cali, Colombia right now. I'm actually in probably the most dangerous place in Colombia. This is such a horrible setup. Holy cow. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to tell you guys a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about Colombia. We're going to talk about where the heck I've been because I haven't been making content in like 6 months. And there is so much to talk about. Again, I'm in Cali, Colombia right now, but I've already been in Colombia now, guys, for 5 months. I've traveled all around Colombia. I took some time off, some mental health purposes. Also got here and immediately got the channel demonetized. So that was already like a deterrent. Also, this channel's not making me any money anymore. And so I just stopped really posting on it. It's not really that I didn't want to keep posting. It's more just like it wasn't making sense to continue to post on here. But already been all around Colombia now. And seen a lot of things, had a lot of experiences, experienced some stuff that I never thought that I would have experienced in my life, met some people, things that, again, will stick with me for the rest of my life. And I'm totally grateful for. But I don't know what's going to happen in the future also of this channel too, just to give you guys some transparency because, again, you guys have been following me for a long time. You guys deserve transparency. And you haven't heard from me, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. Considering rebranding, just staying on the road. I've been in Colombia again for 5 months. Got here in February. February 8th was my first day, and I have one more month here, and I leave in August. I haven't posted much content on here again because I'm no longer monetizing this YouTube channel anymore. And yeah, got my TikTok also demonetized. Had a lot of money taken from me. A lot of fun stuff, man. Life has been a roller coaster, but God is good always. In Cali, Colombia right now. Started off in Medellin. I was in Medellin for 3 months, and then I took a bus for like 8 hours. Went to Bogota. Took another bus. Went to Armenia. Went to Pereira. And right now, again, settling down back in Cali, Colombia. Overall, Colombia has been something else, I guess. I don't know. It's not what I thought. It's pretty cool. I do kind of like it, I guess, but overall, really not what I expected. I'm probably going to hit Ecuador after this, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about content anymore. I don't know what I want to do. 34 years old now. When I started this channel, I was in my late 20s and gave it a good run. I don't know how much longer I want to do this or what I want to do with this or rebrand and continue traveling and just document my travels or again, just what to do on here. I really don't know. I didn't even know if I wanted to go live today, but I just figured why not go live because why not? I've been following you all the way, man. May God be with you. I appreciate that, man. It has been a journey, man. When I started on this channel, some people know, some people don't know, but I was homeless when I first started this channel. And I was living in my car and I was struggling and it sucked. And I went through the whole pandemic thing. Everybody got money, right? And I have always been big on Bitcoin even prior to this channel starting. And so that really kind of marked the beginning of the channel. It started off as a telegram of just people that wanted to and believed in Bitcoin, really. A bunch of people that believed in a $3,000 Bitcoin when nobody else did. And in the middle of the worst bear cycle that I can remember, worse than this one, that bear cycle was like over 1,000 days. And yeah, built a channel, grew it fast, Took a lot of time, but still was patient, built it, um, made a lot of money, lost some money, invested some money, lost some money, traveled, rinse and repeat, I guess. And um, yeah, now I really don't know what I want to do with my life at all. So I don't know. Again, if there's going to be a J Talks crypto for this next cycle, I don't know. We talked about on the channel too. If Bitcoin drops down, and hits 60K, that's when I'd be talking again. And here we are, right? Bitcoin just hit 60K, and here I am back on here, right? People talking about the market could start looking bullish soon. But honestly, I really don't know, man. Crypto's not what it was when I started on here. This space is very diluted. I feel like it's very watered down. I feel like there's too many scams and there's not enough legitimate projects with utility anymore. It's hard to know what's going to be that next coin that really has potential, because when we started, guys, there was like 2,000 altcoins. Like we were here when the Binance chain started. Like this channel is older than the Binance chain. This channel is like when Ethereum barely had anything built on it. So like we were really the first meme coin channel on YouTube, literally, right? One of the first YouTubers to talk about Shiba Inu. I think there was only like 2 other people at the time when I was started doing it. But I just don't think it's a space that it was before. I'm not saying that you can't make a ton of money in crypto. I'm just saying that it went from a place where it's like all these different innovations and things that you can make money into just degenerate gambling, NFTs and poop coins and rug pulls. And after reviewing like thousands of contracts on this channel, I just feel like crypto just got kind of depressing, because I'm watching a lot of people push projects, and I know that they're scams because I know how to read a contract. And it's just, it was really hard to find good, solid projects to invest in. Somebody say, yeah, rug pull 19 keys, turn, I guess again, yeah. And I've been there, man. I've lost a lot of money. I've had amazing plays. I've made a lot of money, and I've again lost money. I don't think we've talked about any disgusting rug pulls on this channel. I think the only thing that maybe I covered that I wish I didn't cover early in my channel was probably Safe Moon. Everybody was talking about Safe Moon, and it was the first thing on BNB, and nobody really knew how to check a contract. And I mean, everybody was talking about Safe Moon, and a lot of people lost on Safe Moon. But I try to always do my due diligence, check contracts. I check them with you guys. I show you guys how to check contracts and stuff like that. And I try to do the best that I can. You know, I always tell you guys I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, stuff like that. The goal of my channel has always been, honestly, my dream in life has always been to travel the world. I grew up poor my whole life. I never had a lot of opportunity my whole life. So I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to see things. I'm glad I got the opportunity to come to Colombia. Again, I've been all around Colombia now. I've been to Bogota, I've been to Medellin, I've been to Pereira, Armenia. I'm in Cali, Colombia right now. Next month, I'll probably be in Ecuador. And I'm still trying to find happiness. I'm still trying to find myself, figure this whole life thing out. Again, I'm 34 now. A lot of you guys have watched me grow up right in front of this camera. Moss is saying, you know, I've been following you all the way. Like, dude, that means a lot to me. Like, you have no idea. I really appreciate all you guys again. Because when I started this channel, I really had nothing. I literally had nothing to my name. Like, I started this channel, I was homeless, living in my car, you know, just trying to be a part of a Telegram group of people that were also in horrible situations. Nobody had money. Nobody was making money, you know, and we've done a lot of amazing things on this channel. And I'm really grateful that I've had the opportunity to do that. And so many people have told me they've made life-changing money on some of the things that we're talking about on the channel. And again, I'm not telling you guys what to go out and buy. I already always tell you that Bitcoin just fell under 58K right now. You know, it's been a blessing. Crypto's really been a blessing. And I don't take it for granted. I don't take anything for granted. But I don't know what I want to do with my life anymore. Again, I don't think crypto's over. I'm still super bullish on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. You know, I've always loved Bitcoin. This has been a part of my life now since I was, I heard about Bitcoin when I was like 16, but I probably didn't really get into like the crypto space till I was like 18, and I'm 34 now. So I've been doing this a long time. What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. Everybody's coming in. I know it's so random to see me live, right? I haven't made a video in 6 months. I want to be transparent. I don't want you guys to think that I just dipped because of the market. Here in February, in the same month, my channel got demonetized, and I was in a situation out making money and stuff like that, and it just wasn't working for me because it wasn't. I had no way of making money on YouTube, so started focusing on TikTok. I built 2 TikToks now to close to 20,000, and then recently just got banned on TikTok, which was devastating. That sucked, but I don't know. It really had me reflecting on life, and it has me thinking about like, what's the next step? What do I want to do? And do I want to continuing on? What's up, Roland Toshi? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I still love Toshi, man. I love all the projects, all the communities that have supported me, man. I'm so grateful for you guys. Again, if you're somebody that's been following me since Toshi times, or if you're somebody that's following me since Shib times, or even before that, some of you guys have been following me since Feg and all those other projects and stuff um, that we've gone over and stuff over the channel. Like, I really appreciate you guys. And some of you guys have even been there longer than that. Like, some of you guys don't know, but this channel really started. My first video was about me growing out my hair. It was really about my journey through life every day, me documenting and wanting to get just so I could look back at it. Really, it was something that I wanted to be able to look back on and be like, this is what I was doing when I was young. And, it's really grown into. It's really an amazing thing. I'm really lucky to have had this opportunity to do all this stuff. And again, it's not to say that I'm done on YouTube, but I don't know what the next step is. I don't know how long this down market's going to be. I think we have to be at the bottom. Right? I said it when we were at like 120 or something like that. I said the market at least some Tesla 60K. Somebody say Kishu. Yeah, we've covered a lot of projects on here. Some were winners, some were not winners. But we tried to do our due diligence on all those. I tried to talk about projects that were actually getting picked up by exchanges, not just crazy scam projects. But now we're in a space, right, where even these exchanges are picking up scam projects and sketchy contracts and stuff like that. And again, man, it's always been about education. It's always been about not telling you guys what to buy, but like trying to show you guys like what I look for in contracts as far as what can be a decent project or stuff like that. Again, I don't think that this is the end of crypto. I don't think that this is the end of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will still go on and hit 1 million. I've always told you guys that the market moves slower than we want it to. And I think a lot of people are seeing exactly what I mean by that, right? We're just watching each other get old at this point, and the markets are moving very slow, right? But it is what it is. But yeah, I've been in Colombia now for 6 months and sold my house, sold my car. I sold everything to come here and to pursue this this lifestyle that I've been living now for a really long time. And I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time, man. This channel's over probably close to 15 years old now. And so I don't really know what I want to do. Do I want to be 35 making YouTube videos? Do I want to be traveling the world? I mean, that was my goal when I was in my 20s, but now it's kind of like, dang, no family. Like, no. What am I doing? I don't even know. But grateful for everything. Grateful for everything all the time. Still going to make content. I'm going to start putting out more content this week just so that you guys know that I'll be putting out content. So if you see the content, shoot me a like. I appreciate it. Share it and all that good stuff. Always helps. Yeah, just had a crazy one, man. Had a lot of money taken from me. What's the day-to-day for you? Dude, I lost a lot of weight actually. I've been running a lot. I don't know if you guys remember. When I left the States, man, I was like 210 pounds, and I'm trim, man. Look at this. Look how lean I am right now. Look at your boy. Your boy's pretty lean. I almost have some kind of abs going on here. So my day-to-day is working out. My day-to-day is going to eat, going for walks. I learning Spanish. I came out here, I didn't speak no Spanish at all. And so I think that when you travel to South America, especially, you got to learn some Spanish. You got to learn how to communicate. You don't want to be the guy who doesn't learn the language and stuff like that. So my day to day mostly consists of trying to fit in, which I don't, by the way. I really don't fit in here. I thought that it would be really easy coming here and making friends, even though, again, I didn't speak the language, but Colombia is extremely hard to make friends. I would say, even if you spoke Spanish, it'd be really hard making friends, especially right now. I just don't think that um, the relations are very good in the world, especially in places like Colombia for Americans. It's been really a challenge for me. But um, yeah, the day to day, man, has basically been surviving, bro, hustling and surviving out here, and just giving thanks, man, every day, giving thanks and hustling and surviving. But yeah, how are the locals treating you? Honestly, man, I like Colombia. I like the culture. I don't really like the locals, to be honest with you. And I've been to a lot of cities in Colombia. I just, again, I think it's an interesting country to come to at a time like right now because there's so much tension. You know, a lot of stuff's been going on. Colombia just had their election literally the other day. I actually met the president of Colombia, Petro. I met him, which was pretty interesting. He's having an event here and he was like speaking at the event. So I got to go meet the president of Colombia. He's no longer the president, he's former president, I guess, but I got to meet him. I'd say the locals are pretty inclusive. The locals like hanging out with the locals, but they really don't like outsiders. They don't like foreigners because it's the outsiders, it's the foreigners, it's the Americans and people like that that are coming here that are making everything expensive for them. So they're really kind of mean, to be honest with you. A lot of them just like give you dirty looks. They don't really want you to feel comfortable here. But other than that, I mean, Colombia is super beautiful. When am I going to come back? I've been here for 5 months, man. I don't know. That's a great question. When am I going to come back? I have no idea. My plan next month is to hit Ecuador and go see what's going on in Ecuador. I don't know anything about Ecuador. I don't know nobody in Ecuador. I've never met an Ecuadorian person. Um, I'm going in Ecuador. I'm going to Cuenca, or I'm going to go to what's the other Quito would be the other place. But in Colombia, I've already been all around Colombia. I've been to again. I've been to Medellin, Cali, Armenia, Manizales. I've been to Bogota. Been all around Colombia. So, um, uh, have I heard Quibdo, Colombia? I've never heard of it. No, no. It's unless you are you talking about like Armenia? What's my favorite city in Colombia? Cali. Where I'm at right now, honestly, Cali. I'm in the most dangerous areas of Colombia right now. I'm in Cali, Colombia, and honestly, this is the best place. I feel super safe here. I feel like people really make Colombia out to be this dangerous place, and I don't think Colombia is dangerous at all. I think there's a lot of states in America that feel far more dangerous than Colombia. I've been in New York, I've been to Atlanta, I've been in New Orleans. I mean, we covered all this stuff. The girls got it. Yes and no. I'd say yeah. I mean, obviously the girls are definitely the number one danger for sure in Colombia. I would say, but as long as you're not hanging out in the wrong areas and being around the girls and stuff that are doing what they're not supposed to be doing, you're not going to have any problems really. Nobody's out here like harassing people and stuff like that. A lot of police presence out here. Everybody's really cool. Now it's called Quibdo, Colombia. It's chocolate city of Colombia. Interesting. No, so I'm in actually in the area that I'm actually in right now is predominantly black. Cali, Colombia is predominantly black, and then there's another area, Chaco, also, which is predominantly black. But Chaco, I think you can't get to it by road. You have to fly into there. But that's another area that I wanted to go to. But I mean, I enjoyed Cali, but I enjoyed all the areas. I enjoyed Bogota. Bogota was amazing. Bogota is another area where they would say is very dangerous. A lot of people go to Medellin. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend Medellin. I wouldn't go back to Medellin. After I've been everywhere in Colombia now, I would not go back to Medellin. Bogota is definitely a place where you have to be careful. I definitely felt like Bogota was a little more sketchy, even than Cali. And Cali is supposed to be much more. Colombia are some of the nice people I ever met. Mm. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. To me, the culture's great and the place is beautiful. But personally, I've not met. I honestly, in 5 months, I've had no friends here. I'm not gonna lie to you. 5 months, and it's been a struggle, dude. Of even meeting somebody that's even remotely nice, but it's hard to make friendship. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, they're nice. That's a true statement. They're nice to make friends with, but it's hard to make a friendship. So like, one thing I notice is like if you're out at the stores, especially if you're in like local areas, if you're doing business with local businesses, then they'll be super nice to you. They'll be cool with you. They'll remember you and stuff like that. But when you stop shopping there, they're gonna start giving you dirty looks and be like, "Why are you not coming around anymore?" Like that kind of thing. But I like the cities like Armenia. I really liked Armenia too because there wasn't a lot of big capitalist companies out there. Everything was like really family owned, and so you go eat at a family owned restaurant, you feel like you're eating in their kitchen. Like you get that whole aspect. Everybody in the whole kitchen is working. They're all in the same family, and you really feel like you're supporting locals. I try to support the locals out here as much as I can. The exchange rate is kind of crazy. And not it's not crazy, but the market's super volatile right now. The dollar's looking really weak over here, and that's another thing that I'm watching too, which is why I'm like, it's kind of good that I'm leaving this country because another reason why I'm going to Ecuador is because Ecuador's main currency is the U.S. dollar, so I don't have to deal with the fluctuation in the dollar cost. The dollar versus the Colombian peso hasn't been very healthy, so I'm looking for some stability with my dollars right now. But yeah, I enjoyed Armenia. I enjoyed places like that. I've seen some crazy things. I've pretty much seen everything that you could imagine, man. I've seen levels of poverty you wouldn't even believe. Seen homeless children. So many things that I'm just more grateful for life. A lot of people out here too. They ride motorbikes. I've seen some horrible motorbike accidents. I've seen people that didn't survive. I've seen them laid out on the street. I've seen people laid out on the street missing part of their face out here. I've seen people with missing limbs. It's very common to see people walking around with only one leg out here because they got in a motorcycle accident or something like that. I've seen people with no arms, like literally no arms, like from here to here. And it just makes you really grateful for life. It makes you grateful for the opportunities that you had. Um, yeah, I'm really grateful for everything that I've experienced in Colombia. I've met some interesting people. I've had some amazing conversations. Had a couple close encounters. Like one time, I lost my debit card. I left my debit card in an ATM in Medellin, and that was a nightmare because if I lost my debit card, then I'm basically screwed. Have I encountered any activity? So I wouldn't say that they're gangs. I'd say that there's sicarios out here, and they are prevalent. There's areas in Colombia where they control the streets, and that's the real reason why people say don't come here and have your phone out. You're fine to have your phone out here. I've been all around Colombia. You can have your phone out. It's not a problem. But you have to be able to read the room. Like if other people have their phone out, if other people are on their phone, you can have your phone out. But if you're filming in an area where things are going down and they're doing things and people don't want to be on camera, that's when people are going to be, giving you problems, want to take your phone, see what you've been doing and stuff like that. So, have I seen gang activity? I would say, yeah, I have. I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. I haven't seen it in Cali, Colombia, even though Cali, Colombia is supposed to be really big on that. Like, there was two major sicarios out here. There's the Medellin sicario that was headed by Escobar, and then there's the Cali cartel, which was really the bigger one, honestly. And that's where I am right now. I'm in Cali, Colombia, but I haven't seen anything like that. Honestly, Cali's really clean. The one thing about Colombians, man, they're so clean. Oh my God, it's crazy. They always smell good. The streets are super clean. Even seeing homeless people going out and picking up trash, like that's not something you see in LA. In LA, they'll be building a fort out on the sidewalk, and here the homeless people go out, they pick up trash and stuff like that. So I like that they're really dedicated to that. Another thing that's really cool about Colombia, because again, I don't want to just talk bad about it, because there's a lot of cool stuff actually. Like every Sunday they have ciclovia, so every Sunday they shut down the streets in a lot of these towns, and you could just go out and run. You could go ride your bike, and it's the whole city that goes out and does it. It's really cool. It's helped me stay in shape. Again, I lost about 45 pounds since I've been here over the past 5 months, and I'm not eating the same processed foods that I used to eat, just drinking more water. The fruit is much more fresh here. You could have real fruit. The fruit really has seeds in it. Um, the women, yeah, they're beautiful. You can want to travel all of Colombia. I didn't want to stay in Medellin. I really wanted to experience this place, and I'll do the same with Ecuador. When I go to Ecuador, I plan on seeing all of Ecuador. The food tastes so good. Oh yeah, the food's really good. Empanadas and arepa, and oh man, they got this little I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like French fries, and then they put like sausage on it and all kinds of sauces. They put this pineapple sauce and ketchup and mayonnaise, and the food's really good. But I like that it's healthy. Like you can eat. I eat good. Like I never stopped eating. That's the thing. I never stopped eating. I lost 45 pounds and I never stopped eating. It's just what I was eating. It was like I had to get all off all that American food. I did. That's why somebody asked me, when do you come back? I'm like, oh, I don't know, because if I go back to America, I'm gonna gain like 50 pounds and I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be miserable, man. I feel like people are more positive out here. I feel like people are just kind of more going about their day. They don't have like all the crazy stuff that's going on in America. There's no like gender war going on out here of men versus women, and that stuff here doesn't exist, which is kind of nice and refreshing. Um, I would say too that there's not much racism out here either. Like that's another cool thing, especially in Cali. Cali's super laid back. Like I feel like I come out, go out here, I go walk down the street anytime. Everybody's cool. Bogota was different. Bogota was kind of the first time I've ever been in a place, and some places in South America are like this, but you just go out at nighttime and there's nobody in the street, like not a soul. Like it's eerie. Like you go out and like every street, you could look out of your apartment and just see street after street after street of just nobody in the street, and it's like 9 o'clock. And it's just because a lot of people that live in like Bogota are like super afraid. um, but it's interesting too because all these places have like different reputations. And again, I'm in the place with right now with the worst reputation. Cali is the worst place in Colombia as far as like something could happen to you kind of thing. But if you go to Medellin, they're gonna tell you don't go to Bogota. If you go to Bogota, they're gonna tell you don't go to Medellin. If you go to Cali, they're gonna tell you don't go to Bogota or Medellin. Like everybody's kind of scared to get out of their bubble, I feel like. But again, I've been to all these places now, and I feel like honestly, I feel like Colombia is a lot more safe than Mexico. And I've been to Mexico. I mean, I was in Mexico like a year ago, um, to Mexico. So now I've been to Mexico, Dubai, Turkey, and Colombia, and then next month will be Ecuador. I'm super excited for Ecuador. Ecuador is going to be a totally new thing too. I don't know. Again, I don't know a lot about Ecuador. Only what I've kind of looked up about Ecuador. But one thing I found out they eat guinea pigs, and that's kind of crazy to me. But they haven't had anything like shocking in Colombia. One thing about Colombia, though, I will say that I was surprised about, because again, I didn't know much about Colombian food. All I knew really was like arepa and like the empanada. But bro, these dudes love fried chicken. They love fried chicken here. It's totally crazy. You can't go anywhere and not see fried chicken on every corner. Fried chicken on every single corner. I'm not even kidding. Like the donut shop will sell fried chicken. The bakeries will sell fried chicken. The coffee shop sells fried chicken. And they put like honey on their chicken. They put cheese in their coffee. They put banana in the soup. Like some of the combos that they have in Colombia are kind of just like weird, but they work, I guess. I don't know. Like I've just gotten used to them. And again, now that I've just been eating more lean, I mean, I would love to have an In-N-Out burger, like a Big Mac, like a that American. Like when I see all these people in the Olympics now, they go to American, they're eating all the American food. I'm just like, oh, bro, I know you're just eating those chemicals, and your body's just loving it, but it's not good for you. But again, I like Colombia because everything is really healthy. The best fruit that I had out here is pineapples. The pineapples are on another level, and you could get them for like 30 cents. You can get like a whole thing of pineapples like that. That's really cool. Like in America, they make it so hard to eat healthy. Like you got to pay like for a thing of pineapple like this in America, it's probably going to run you like $6, $7. When I was there, it might even be more now. Like inflation's even worse. It might be more now, but here you can get that for like 30 cents, and it's like real fresh, tastes super good. I've had some other fruits that I've never even heard of in my life, which have been super good. Like I've had soursop, which I've never actually had soursop before. I've only had like supplements with soursop, but to actually taste it, it's totally different. I've had lulo and all kinds of different things, man. I mean, I love Colombia for what it is, the culture. Even right here, I got a guava right next to me. Like, where they have guavas, this fell off of a tree, bro. Like, I can go outside my house and there's mango trees. Like, they don't have mango trees. You can't just go outside in America and go pick a mango. Like, out here, you could go find a mango on the floor and pick it up and go wash it off and eat it. And it's going to be like the freshest mango you ever had. Like, this guava is too ripe to really eat. It's like more like a rock right now. But I mean, I could eat it if I was really hungry. I could like juice it, blend it up, and it would still be all right. But that's one thing that I like about Colombia too is like they actually have fruit trees and stuff like that. So even though they don't have like programs like government assistance like America, they do like people are not starving because they have fruit trees, which I like that. I think that's a great idea to plant more fruit trees. It's something that I've always wondered. Why do we not have this in America? Like, why do we have people on the street that don't have food to eat and we could just plant a tree right here? Like what? But I don't know. Maybe because California at least doesn't have good weather to grow that kind of stuff, but Colombia does. It rains here every day. Some of the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my entire life. Thunder and lightning like crazy, especially in Medellin. Medellin was man, like that'll wake you up out of a dead sleep, especially when you have a like a metal roof. Like a lot of these places have metal roofs. A lot of these places don't have air conditioning and stuff. Man, to be honest, we used to have fruit and trees when I was a kid. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I know. That's so true, right? Now we have all these places like seed banks and stuff like that, and you know, you can't even get fruit with seeds in it. Like I can't even remember in America the last time I had a watermelon that had black seeds in it. Like it'll have the white ones, but not the black ones. And that was one thing that was really refreshing about Colombia. Some of the fruit that I was eating, I didn't even know the fruit had seeds. Like I didn't know this thing had like I'm eating a banana had seeds in it. When did a banana get seeds in it? I've never had a banana with seeds in it. But again, you get the real fruit out here. It's illegal for them to grow with pesticides and stuff like that. So I do like that. Um, I've I've experienced a lot of things out here, man. I met a lot of people, a lot of very nice people, a lot of family owned businesses. Again, I haven't made friendships like somebody said. The Colombians are very nice, but it's hard to make friendships. I think that's a very accurate thing. I think people are cool. You treat people how you want to be treated, and but as far as people being very trusting, people are not very trusting out here. So making friends is a little bit more of a challenge. And but overall, I mean, I don't feel unsafe. I walk down the street, I have my phone out. I got my earrings. I got a bunch of earrings right here. I wear these wherever I go, whenever I feel like going. If I want to go out, I'll put in my earrings. And ain't nobody gonna tell me to take them out. So it's not a big deal. I haven't had no problems. When I do go out, if I'm in somewhere sketchy, what I'll do is I'll sometimes leave my phone and I'll leave my wallet and I'll just take my debit card and I'll put my debit card in my sock and then I'll just go out just in case I need some money or something like that. But it's I don't go in sketchy areas really. There are areas that are sketchy in Colombia, even in Cali. Again, I'm in the worst area of Colombia right now. I'm in the most dangerous area, but I'm in more of the north side. All the really bad stuff happens in the south side. So certain cities are just set up like that. Usually, if you're staying in the north side of a city in Colombia, I think you're good, except for Medellin. Medellin's the only place where you either want to stay central or you want to stay south. So when I was in Medellin, I stayed in the south. I stayed in a place called Sabaneta. It was beautiful. It was probably aesthetically, it was probably the most beautiful place that I've been to, next to like Armenia or a place like that. But the only thing with Medellin is just that I just feel like there's too many passport bros out there. I'm not a passport bro. I just enjoy traveling. I enjoy experiencing other cultures. I go for food. I go to, I'm out in Cali. The biggest thing out here is salsa. I was in Pereira. The biggest thing out there is like coffee. It's like the coffee triangle. So you get different aspects depending on where you go in Colombia, which is pretty cool. Medellin, you kind of just get all the negative stereotypes. I mean, it's more like Medellin's kind of like Vegas, I guess. It's like you get all the parties and the girls and but if that's what you're down for, I mean, that's cool. It's just like I'm 34, I'm not 24 no more or 21. So I'm looking more for real experiences and maybe to actually meet somebody of some substance, not just some crazy girls that are going to the club. I mean, again, when I was partying out in Dubai, it was different though. I was a young man doing that, but now I'm a little more intentional and I just really, again, I feel like because I'm at the age that I'm at now, I need to be traveling because what else am I doing? I'm not starting a family right now. So what am I do? I might as well travel the world, right? might as well say I've seen something in my life, and I don't regret it. It's been definitely eye opening. I came here one person, and I'm going to leave here a completely different person. And I think traveling does that to you. I think I've matured a lot in ways that I didn't even expect. I'm more humble about things. I'm different about my mentality. Like when people tell me now, like, oh, I grew up through poverty. I'm like, dude, you live in a country where the homeless people are overweight. Like the homeless people are literally overweight in America, and the homeless people out here are eating out of trash cans, and they're picking up bodies off the street in the morning. Like it's different level of poverty. So that's why it made me very grateful just for everything that I've had in my life. Even though, again, I told you guys at the beginning of this channel, I've never been I mean, I have been a wealthy person, a very, very wealthy person in times of my life. But um, yeah, I feel like I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful now that I've had these experiences. And again, I don't know what Ecuador is going to have in store for me. I really don't know anything about Ecuador. I've never met an Ecuadorian person that I know of. I can't name one Ecuadorian person. I can't name really one dish in Ecuador. And so the fact that I'm going to be out in Ecuador is going to be pretty crazy, but it might be cool. And then I'll probably do Peru after that. I'm thinking about going to Brazil. There's a lot of places I want to go to. I was thinking about even going to Southeast Asia, but I know if I go to a place like Vietnam or the Philippines or something like that, I'm not going to want to come back for like 2 years. I feel like if I'm going to be in South America right now, I need to finish, going through South America and seeing as much as I can because, again, once I go overseas, it's going to be like if I was to go from Cali, Colombia right now to Thailand, I'd be spending 3 months rent that I could have paid in South America to go to another place just on a plane ticket. So I just feel like for the level of living that I'm getting out here, like I live pretty good out here. I'm in a very central area. I'm right by the statue of Christ, so there's a huge Jesus statue. It's kind of like the one in Rio de Janeiro, but it's like right outside my house. They light it up every night. Colombia's in the World Cup right now. They're doing really well in the World Cup, so every night they light up the statue like yellow, blue, and red, and then um, everything's yeah. I actually did it, man. I've been here for 5 months now out in Colombia. I'm in Cali. I've actually toured all of Colombia, man. I just telling these guys I've been all around Colombia. I've been to over 6 or 7 different places, and I just take the bus. That's another cool thing about Colombia. So if you guys ever do decide that you want to come to a place like Colombia, don't stay in Medellin because all you got to do is pay $20 and you could go anywhere in Colombia. So it's better anyway because Medellin anyway, like the most expensive place and in my opinion the worst place. Like I looked at, bro, it is so hot here. It is so hot here. I'm like, it is so I cannot even stress to you how hot it is here. Like it's so hot here that the places here they don't even have blankets. They don't even have blankets. Like all I have is a sheet on my bed and a fan in a window, and that's it. There's no blankets here. When I was in Medellin, they didn't have any AC, but they had blankets. Then I was in Bogota. Bogota is cold, and so that's like different places has different climates. But Cali is I'm in the lowest altitude pretty much in Colombia, and so I don't get that that coldness of being up in the altitude. Everything here is just real hot, man. It's probably like 28, 30 degrees Celsius, which is over 100 degrees every day here in Colombia. But I grew up in the San Fernando Valley for a lot of my life in California. Those of you guys who know anything about California, it's hot there too. It's like the desert. Any news on Toshi Coin? Not right now. I honestly I don't know. We were just talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin just fell below 15 or 58,000 32 minutes ago. So I don't know. I gave you guys my prediction when Bitcoin was up at 120. I said, give me a call when Bitcoin hits 60K. You can go watch my last video on a TA that I made a year ago, and I was saying 60K is the target. We barely hit 60K the other day, so I hope we're near a bottom. I don't know. I can't predict the market, but I did call that this correction was necessary, and we are kind of at some of the levels that I talked about, but I would hope that we would be bottoming out pretty soon, hopefully starting to see some kind of recovery. Depends on the news. There's a lot going on, right? You got always some craziness, right? Trump's finally starting to talk more about crypto. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. But again, I don't know what I want to do with this channel. I don't know. You guys enjoy the crypto stuff? You got to let me know about that stuff too, because maybe I'll make more stuff like that, or maybe I'll make more travel stuff. I really don't know. But Yeah, I've been enjoying my travels, man. I've been enjoying my life. I've been trying to find myself. Solo traveling has been totally different. Like when I went to Dubai, I actually kind of knew people out there. Uh, I knew one person out there when I went to Dubai who was really a fan of the channel, and he was one. I didn't know nothing about Dubai. He was just like, "Dude, you got to come to Dubai." I'm like, "What is Dubai?" He's like, "Dubai is like influencer island. This is where all the influencers come, and you could meet people and network and wealthy people and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll go to Dubai then. All right, whatever." And I went to Dubai, and then I enjoyed it, and I came home, and then I was like, "Why the heck did I come home? I'm going back." I literally booked a ticket. I stayed there for 2 months after that. Um, and then my biggest mistake, honestly, was coming back to the United States. That's why somebody asked me when I'm coming back to the United States. I do. I love the States. I'm not downing the States. I think again we have amazing opportunity in the States. I think the kind of the new American dream is making some money in the States and living a better life outside the States. Because right now the States is just like I don't feel like it's worth it, to be honest with you. At least where I was at, it wasn't worth it. I feel like California is not worth the price tag at all, especially after the fires and after COVID. It's just not what it was. But I enjoy Colombia. I enjoy my life here. It's a little bit slower. It's not as much going on, which is nice. And yeah, I've gotten super dark. Somebody said you got really tan. I got really tan. I lost a lot of weight. Um, and just been focusing on myself, working out, building my TikTok. Again, I built two TikToks, close to 20,000 now, and then lost one of them. But I'm gonna start posting more on YouTube. I'm gonna start making more content. I don't know if you heard Jose, but the channel got demonetized, so that's why the content slowed down. It's not because I've been talking this stuff even when it was at 3,000. I've been talking about it all through the bear cycle, so it's not like the market went down and I went away. I was there like for years as the market was dumping, right? But if I'm not getting paid and I have to put out 3-4 videos a day, it's like what's the point of that? It takes a lot of time, and it already really wasn't worth my time to be making that much content, like worth money. How much I was working for was not really worth it. But I am trying to get more active on it. That's why again I came here to ask you guys kind of what you wanted to see in the channel. Do you want to see more of the travel stuff? I got videos that I just haven't uploaded yet that I probably will upload. But um, yeah, man, Colombia is great. Colombia is great. Again, got to meet the president. Got to go to some hot springs. Got to do a lot of stuff, man. I love the cost of living out here is great. I feel like you get a lot for your money. Like you can come out here and live very nicely and be comfortable, and that's cool to me. Especially in a market like this, man. I'm trying to save as much money as I can because I'm at the end of the day, I'm still an investor. Like the market goes down, and sometimes things are suck. It's harder to make money, right? It's not easy for anybody to make money. This is what I say all the time too. These bear markets are rough, man. They're rough for everybody, even for the bears, even for the people betting on shorts. Because look, they get liquidated all the time. There's always some crazy news, and people get stomped out of positions and stuff. And I feel like it's more like a swingers market right now. I feel like we don't really know in terms of what's gonna when the recovery is gonna happen. So we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see what happens. But yeah, my plan is to just basically do more traveling, enjoy the world while I'm young, while I can, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to do this anymore at 34, guys. I've done this again since I was in my 20s. I gave this my whole life, guys. You guys really got to watch me on a daily basis for a lot of years. I really invested a lot of my life into this. And so when my channel got demonetized, it really sucked, man, because my whole goal was to just hit 100K. Just wanted to hit 100K. And I thought it honestly would have already happened already. A lot of the guys, when I started, they've already went over 100K. This channel got stuck at like 48K. And I just don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do this into my 40s. You know, at some point you gotta figure out what to do with your time. But I've always loved being a content creator. It was never again about getting the old man and that came from over time. So um, that's why I kind of wanted to make this video because I haven't made any content since I've been in live streaming and stuff. In order for me to remonetize, I need 13,000 or 1,300 more watch hours on the channel. So I need 4,000 in total to monetize, and I'm 1,300 short. So just for a bit of transparency, you guys will see more content coming out. It'll be longer form content, probably like 20, 30-minute content on Colombia. Um, as far as covering the markets and stuff like that, I don't know, man. Because I feel like in terms of growth, it's very hard to grow when people are not engaged in the markets, people are not watching the markets. And so, again, it's not that I don't want to make you guys content. It's just like I'm making content, like who's watching it? Like, so we're making great content, right? We're covering things and I'm speaking on valid points, but like 100 people watching the video, 200 people watching the video, it's like speaking to the same people that I've been speaking to for years. It's never been about the masses. It's been about the people that I've met on the channel. Again, this channel has started really the whole J Talks crypto thing started from a Telegram. I was in another YouTuber's Telegram and I was trying to tell him about SHIB and he was trying to tell me about what was the coin at the time? It was Theta. It was Theta. He was trying to tell me about Theta and I was trying to tell him about SHIB. I'm like, dude, this is this little dog coin. Everybody is, it's like the next Dogecoin, I feel like. And nobody would take me serious in that whole Telegram. And I was like, dude, I think that this thing has some potential. I think that this could be. And at the time, guys, SHIB had maybe 2,000 holders, and I was like, I think that this is going to be a really big coin. I think this could do something. And they didn't want to listen to me, so I said, forget it. I'm just going to take whoever wants to listen, and we could talk, and we'll start a new Telegram. And people were doing well in there. People were making a lot of money. They were making life-changing money, and so. One thing that after people started making money, a lot of people were in different areas of the world. And so I thought, well, we can't all connect at the same time. So let me start putting out some content so that, when they wake up, they can also watch and be engaged in what's going on too. And so that's really how the channel got started. And then again, because we were talking about SHIB in the early days, the coin kind of took off and I became Crypto J. And again, it started from me running the business to the business running me to multiple down cycles and bear cycles and low retention rates and stuff like that. But I don't know. Is the stream still live too? I'm getting some kind of error. It's saying some kind of error. I don't know. Something about the stream. I don't know. But overall, it's good to be back on YouTube, I guess. This is a 1 hour stream. Who would have thought I'd go live today for 1 hour, but here we are on live today for an hour. I'm gonna upload a lot of content over the next couple of days. Like I said, try to rebuild the channel, try to see if it's worth going back to work at. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a level of transparency, and that's it. That's literally where I'm at with my life. I don't want you guys to think like, oh, Jay just totally up and left for no reason. Like, no, YouTube dropped that demonetization on the channel, bro. So, I had to figure other things out with my life because I can't just sit up here and make videos for free all day. I wanted to be able to have this so I can make money and travel the world and do things. And I thought about making another channel, but I don't know. Maybe I make another channel, maybe I just keep this one going. Hard to say. But yeah, so I'll do Ecuador at least for a month, next month. And then maybe Peru, maybe Brazil. Again, I already did Mexico. So we've done Mexico. Now I could say I've done Colombia to the fullest. And I wanted to do Colombia really early because I felt like if I'm going to start hitting some of these places that are kind of sketchy, then I want to like jump in on the deep end first. And so I feel like Colombia was a perfect place to do that at. And I love everything that Colombia has been able to give me as far as who I became as a person. I'm definitely, again, not the same person as I was when I left. I don't even know if I would have got along with that guy anymore. But I'm grateful for the man that I've become through traveling and very excited to do more traveling. I also want to go to Venezuela too. Call me crazy, but I'm trying to see if I can do some volunteer work out there. Right now, it's really hard to get in there and to be a part of that because they're like very selective. But I'm also trying to do some volunteer work over there too. So if anybody knows of any organizations or anything like that that's looking for Americans to help with that, I'm definitely trying to get involved with some humanitarian work out there. Thinking about doing a lot of volunteer work, to be honest with you. Even next month, I might do some volunteer work in Ecuador. Now that I've seen like the state of the world and some of these third world countries, I do want to. I enjoy giving back. I think that's one thing that did make me feel good about the channel is when people had good things to say about positive things that have happened in their life, um, and just ways that their life has changed in positive ways. And I just want to do that with my life. I just want to help people. I enjoy helping people. So that's why this channel was free for so long. That was the biggest thing. Like I was talking for free, giving my opinions for free, whereas everybody else was charging. Then at one point we charged a little bit for Patreon. We still are charging for the Patreon. I'm still doing Patreon. If you guys are still interested in like the crypto stuff, I'm still active on Patreon. So if you guys are looking for that, we're still going to be doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on life. I would say that my favorite place is in Colombia. My number one favorite place is Cali. My second favorite place is Armenia. My third favorite place is Bogota. My fourth favorite place is Pereira, probably. My fifth favorite place is Manizales, and then my last favorite place, honestly, is Medellin. I didn't like Medellin, guys. I didn't like it at all. And I know a lot of people are like so crazy on Medellin, and whenever you hear Colombia, you hear Medellin. But honestly, I really don't recommend Medellin at all. I don't think it's a good place. I think that you're better off in a place like Cali or Bogota if you want to come out here. But the food's good. You know, the women, they're something else. I don't know. They're beautiful. I'll give them that. The women out here are super beautiful, great to look at. But culturally, I don't know if I could marry one of these young ladies. Just probably not going to happen. And not to say again that I haven't dated Hispanic. My ex girlfriend was Mexican, and even that was a culture shock. Dating outside of your culture, you really get to see other cultures too. Like there was some stuff I was like, oh my gosh, like the dating a Mexican girl, I was like, oh my god. And again, I love Mexicans. I grew up around Mexicans. My friends are Mexicans. Always been close to Mexicans. Dated a Mexican for 2 years. That was very hard. Like coming, just waking up in the morning, walking downstairs, and your grandma's already downstairs. I'm in my drawers, like your grandma, and your mom downstairs making breakfast. Like the parties don't end. Like like we show up at a parties like 10 a.m. and we don't leave till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like that's kind of like Colombians too. Colombians like to party. If there's always somebody at the bar somewhere. Literally, it'd be 11 in the morning. Somebody's out there watching a football game or something like that. Soccer's so big out here. I love it. I'm watching the World Cup every day. You can go anywhere and catch the game. You can go to the barber shop and catch it. You can go to the coffee shop and catch it. You can go anywhere around here and catch the game, which is super cool. Um, yeah, it's a vibe. Colombia's a vibe. It's unlike anything I ever experienced. Again, when I was thinking about where I was going to go, it was between Colombia, Vietnam, Brazil. It was like Philippines, like all these different places, and I ended up in Colombia. And I'm very grateful that I chose this place. I am, even though again I didn't really get along with the locals very well. Super grateful for my experience in Colombia. I love the culture and the people, two different things again, but I love the culture and I love the food. I love the scenery. I think Colombia is the most beautiful place I for sure have ever been to in my life. I haven't been all around the world yet, but definitely some of the places here you're just like will really just you'll just look and you'll just be like, oh my god. Like even the locals, they go walking and then you go walk and you'll be walking behind a local and then they'll just stop and they look off into the view and it's like they could have lived there their whole life, but it just makes you appreciate life, I guess. It's very beautiful out here. It's very, very beautiful. So it's hard to be depressed when you're like surrounded with paradise. So it's nice to go for walks and it's nice to be able to get some air out here and uh, just be around people, get a cup of coffee. Another cool thing about here is like you go to a coffee shop, get a cup of coffee for 50 cents. Like you go to Starbucks, you're gonna get a cup of coffee for $10. You go here, you get a coffee for 50 cents. Like people will just go get coffee on their lunch breaks and go sit down and have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna miss that for sure when I leave Colombia. Just being able to get a cheap cup of coffee whenever I want and however many cups I want. And the coffee is just so much better here. It's like so they don't put no creamers in it and all that stuff, all the sugars and sweeteners. All that stuff doesn't exist here. A lot of the candies and stuff that you could buy in America, you can't buy here. It's not even they don't even sell it here. Everything's like very healthy, very lean. The meats are like very lean. The milk is not pasteurized. They don't go through all these processes of doing things to the food and stuff. No pesticides and stuff like that. So whatever you're eating, it's like some of the stuff. Like I ate it for the first time. I'm like, oh my gosh, like America, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to this food? Because it tastes nothing the same. The bananas are much bigger. The avocados are like this big, bro. The avocados is the size of a mango. And you go to California, the avocado is like this big, and it costs like $5. The avocado here is like this big. It's like 50 cents. It's huge, and like tastes like more like a mango or like a fruit. It has more of like a it's hard to explain, but like it doesn't taste like the avocados at home. It just tastes different. So I would say the coolest things about Colombia have definitely been just trying new food, experiencing the culture, going out, seeing the views, walk running, getting my body in shape. I love that this city is so big on fitness. Like they have so many outdoor gyms, like parks and stuff like that, where you just go lift and get a good workout in. I really like that kind of stuff. So again, I came out here and I lost 45 pounds. I can never say that Colombia never did anything for me because I wasn't going to lose this weight in the States. Again, I didn't change my eating habits. I didn't start eating less. I just was not eating the same food that I was eating over there. And so it's like, I'm still having burgers though. Still have a burger, hot dog, whatever. But it's just what they put inside the burger is not, it's just more lean here. So, um, yeah, they're also really known for their bread. They got really good bread. The bakeries are so good. Like two things that Colombia is known for is coffees, and one thing that they don't really tell you is the bakeries. But the bakeries, like especially in places like Bogota, Bogota has some of the best bakeries I've ever had in my life. Like and cheap, like 50 cents, and you could get like a good pastry, and another 50 cents you get a coffee. So $1 you can get a pastry and a coffee. In America, you want to go to Starbucks and get a pastry and a coffee. How much is that going to cost you, bro? More than $10. More than $10 in America for a coffee and a pastry from Starbucks. Even the cheapest one, even a small coffee and a little tiny pastry is going to cost you over $10. So I like that. But again, because there's so many Americans coming here, things are getting more expensive and they don't like that. That's why I say the locals are kind of like not really happy to see the tourists, and especially in places like Medellin. I really don't recommend Medellin for anybody to go to. And I know maybe people might not like that or think that that's like not okay to say, but I wouldn't go back there. I would come back to Colombia. I'll go to any other place but to Medellin. I don't like those people over there. So just to be honest with you, I did not like Medellin at all. But Colombians overall, they're very hospitable. They'll treat you like home, but at the same time, somebody said as far as friendships, it is a little harder to make friends out here. But yeah, I mean, they opened their doors to me and they've treated me like a human. So I can't ask for more. And again, I've got to lose a lot of weight out here. I've learned a ton of Spanish. I learned so much Spanish, man. I came out here not knowing any Spanish at all. I was like a crazy person. Even my everybody was telling me you're a crazy person. Even the locals were telling me like you're crazy. Like I can't believe you're out here right now. Like you came out here for the Colombian election during such a time of uncertainty and especially in your country uncertainty, and you thought to come here. And like I don't know. I was just supposed to come here, I guess. And now since I've been to Colombia, honestly, I feel like I'm comfortable to go anywhere in South America because I feel confident enough in my Spanish. I've already been going around by myself. Nobody speaks English anywhere I go. I have to speak Spanish everywhere I go, and so it forces you into situations, and it makes you become a better person. It makes you have to evolve. And I was really in a place where I wasn't evolving. I was just living, and yeah, I'm glad that I did what I did. Again, I had to go through a lot of stuff, lost a lot of things to get to where I'm at. But this was my dream since I was young, was to travel, and so that's going to be your dream, then at some point you got to sell the house, you got to sell the car, you got to sell all the stuff. And that's what I did. And that's why I sold all that stuff. And I'm out here in Colombia now. And I'm not here permanently, but I'm enjoying it. And then I'll be on to the next, which will be Ecuador. And then maybe I'll go down to Peru, see what's up in Peru. Maybe I'll head to Brazil for a bit, check out what's going on in Brazil. But yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful for this experience. It's one that I'll never forget. And I'm gonna upload a bunch of content this week. I'm gonna have a ton of content that's gonna get uploaded. So definitely make sure that you guys are watching out for the content that gets released this week because it's gonna be a lot of it. I have like a whole phone full of stuff. So this is one of the little things. This is one of the little carbonated waters that they sell. It's like lemon water and stuff like that. We got so much little stuff out here, but it's good. Some coffee right here too, so you guys can see like some of the stuff. Cafe Instant. This is like just a little name brand, store brand coffee. I've had other coffees too that like were like when you go to Medizales, when you go to some of these places, like they have whole aisles full of coffee. Like the whole aisle in the store is only coffee. So there's so many different blends and varieties and stuff like that. It's really hard to just pick one, but I tried to try a new one every single time that I go in there. Um, yeah, I mean the products, the colognes and stuff are much better out here. Everybody smells good all the time. You got to take like 4 or 5 showers a day being out here though, because it's so hot. And a lot of times you're walking up hills and stuff like that. A lot of people, again, they don't have cars out here, so they ride motorcycles, and that could be kind of dangerous. Crossing the street can be kind of dangerous. They don't really pay attention to traffic laws, I guess. I don't know how the traffic laws work out here, honestly. I think you just try to cross the street when you can. Like, is there no rhyme or reason? It's just kind of like if you get a little bit of space, you better run because otherwise you might get like. But they honk also for all kinds of different reasons. Like somebody might honk to let you know, hey, you can cross the street now, or maybe they'll honk to be like, hey, don't cross the street. I'm gonna run you over. Or honking might just mean like, oh, like maybe I'm crossing through an intersection and I just need to honk so that I don't get T-boned. Or like honking, you just have to look to see like what are you honking at, bro? And if either he'll be like letting you know like you can go, or he'll be like, what the heck? Like I was gonna hit you. But yeah, you really gotta be paying attention here. Um, the transportation is crazy also. So in America, we have bus stops. You can just sit at the bus stop and wait for the bus to pick you up. And you know the bus is going to come and pick you up. And if you miss that bus stop, you got to go to the next bus stop, right? That's America. Here in Colombia, there's no bus stop. You just flag down the bus. If you see the bus, you just say, hey, and then the bus will stop. Kind of, not really. Colombia, there's no bus stop. You just flag down the bus. If you see the bus, you just say, hey, and then the bus will